The Alta Vista Botanical Gardens is a 14-acre artsy garden that brings together nature, art, and people. Traditional plant enthusiasts will be intrigued by the remarkable plants along the way, but the Alta Vista Gardens aspires to be more than just a living plant museum. Large-scale art is integrated throughout the gardens, allowing artists to showcase their talents while the public can appreciate art in an open setting. Come along and prepare to be enchanted by these 13 garden sanctuaries brimming with artistry and natural beauty. The first stop is the Jungle Garden. The palapa and the sound of water signal a tropical experience ahead. Along the trail, a creative bloom emerges from the plants. The palapa offers a view of the waterfall and the pond below in the lower garden. You'll have to look carefully to find the Kite of Paradise sculpture as it blends so subtly into this large bird of paradise. In the center of the Welcome Garden stands a 30-foot gold-topped obelisk. Among the plantings are the glass totems, suggesting tea time in the garden. The culinary theme continues in the herb garden next to the garden house. The leading role in the culinary herb garden goes to the 5 culinary sculptures. Whimsical and playful, the sculptures stand ready to use the garden herbs. Look up to see the 5th sculpture flying overhead. The ceremonial garden is a location for weddings and community events. It is bordered by a petite pond with aquatic plants and home to a bale of turtles. Rising out of the middle of the pond is the twisting shape of the golden torreson. Amid Mediterranean plants, the mouth of truth is a focal point. Legend says, if you lie, then place your hand inside the mouth of truth. You'll lose your fingers. A shady path to the labyrinth quiets the mind. A labyrinth is an ancient spiritual tool that fosters contemplation and spiritual transformation. They are typically formed as a circular path leading to a center. The Alta Vista Garden visitors wind their way to the center while viewing inspirational quotes from Mother Teresa, Oprah Winfrey, the Dalai Lama, and Deepak Chopra. Standing as a guidepost in the middle of the labyrinth is a tall granite sculpture, Broken Link. The blessing tree stands next to the labyrinth entrance. Reminiscent of ancient Chinese architecture, the chimes remind visitors to take a moment and receive the many blessings in their lives. To get a glimpse of things to come in the lower garden, walk out to the grapevine-covered arbor. Turn around and notice the artistry in the construction of this seating area called the Tree of Life bench. Small pebbles form a trunk with spreading branches over the seat and up the back. Alta Vista Botanical Gardens translated means high view. The property was purchased by the city in 1990, and in May 1999, the nonprofit Vista Botanical Garden Foundation was established to develop the gardens. The lower garden paths are unpaved and the gardens are more natural. Depending on your preference, that's a plus or a minus. While in the lower garden, this was one of my favorite spots to sit. The birds were singing in the tree, the branches created a secluded spot, and no other visitors were around. It was so peaceful. These awesome drinking giraffes were revealed at the bottom of the trail. The Inspiration Rock Garden is a healing garden oasis. The garden coordinator invites all to explore the lower level of the garden, immerse yourself in the vibrant painted rock garden, and witness the power of hope and healing through art. A river of stones painted with messages of hope, recovery, and healing flows down the center of the garden. Garden visitors are invited to take part in creating the painted rocks. The desert garden displayed cacti, succulents, aloes, and agaves. The forms and subtle colors are eye-catching. The scorpion in the desert garden will undoubtedly get your attention. If you have children in tow, be sure to see the dinosaurs in the cycad garden. Cycads are a group of prehistoric plants that have been around for millions of years, creating a Jurassic garden of sorts for the dinosaurs. Unfortunately, overharvesting and habitat destruction of cycads in the wild has led them to becoming one of the most threatened groups of plants in the world. The Alta Vista Botanical Gardens is one of many botanic gardens worldwide that play an essential role in the preservation of this ancient plant. This arbor was created in the shape of a baobab tree. The tree is revered in Africa and Madagascar as a sacred and mystical tree. This is a lovely enclosed spot in the garden to sit, meditate, journal, or enjoy the view over the garden. On the winding path back to the upper garden, the visitor passes through several different geographical gardens. In the South African garden, the brotea were blooming in October. This colorful art installation is shape-shifted with each step. Birds of paradise were blooming in the subtropical garden. The California native garden was restrained this time of year. The Pan-Asian garden, still under development, featured a statue along with a tall bamboo path. The future garden promises a tea house, zen garden, lanterns, ponds, and streams. The children's garden is located just inside the garden gates. Small return visitors make a beeline for this garden to play, explore, and learn a few things about nature. The music garden had me playing with this piano pebble chime. I wanted to head into the totally tubular tunnels, but I didn't want to slow down my smaller, faster playmates. The Alta Vista Botanic Garden hosts numerous festivals to invite the community to enjoy the beautiful gardens. This nonprofit garden is a labor of love and community effort thanks to the countless volunteers and donors who have dedicated their time and resources to transform it into a vibrant space it is today. Volunteers adopt areas within the gardens and help with the propagation, potting, weeding, and feeding. The Alta Vista Botanical Garden is still a work in progress, but it has big plans. It exemplifies what a botanic garden can be if the community supports it. Within 30 minutes of the Alta Vista Botanic Gardens are two more outstanding botanical gardens to visit. The San Diego Botanical Garden is an urban wonderland with 4 miles of meandering trails, ocean views, and 29 uniquely themed gardens. The Self-Realization Fellowship Meditation Gardens offer a diversity of colorful plants meticulously groomed, meditation nooks, fabulous koi ponds, and a spectacular ocean view. I will leave the addresses for these two gardens and the Alta Vista Botanical Gardens in the video description below. Hi, I'm Kim, the Garden Travel Guide. Subscribe to get notifications of future garden video tours and kindly give this video a thumbs up to help spread garden goodness. I hope to see you in the next garden.